What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Breaking News. 97% of the $10,000 EIDL targeted advance funds have not been spent. It is Thursday, May the 6th, 2021. Please do me a favor, give this video a thumbs up, hashtag EIDL with your comments below. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at TrySmallBiz. That's TrySmallBiz. Username SmallBiz Inc., where I am about to launch the website, which will turn into a mobile app, and we're going to help grow your small biz. So that's at TrySmallBiz on Twitter. All right, ladies and gentlemen, quick update. I filed reconsideration today. What did I say? Who did I send it to in terms of an email? What is the reason why I was declined? Did I get into a tussle today with my loan officer? Yes, I did. What was he telling me not to do? All that and more. So pull up a chair, grab a cup of coffee, ice cold beer, glass of water. Here we go. All right, perhaps the most important news of the day. I have air. It's 71 degrees in here. It feels like 61 degrees. If you've been following my saga over the last week, it's been 80 degrees in the house because there's no coils. Lennox has no coils. The shutdown related to COVID-19 has really screwed up the supply chain. So I got bad news for you. If you're in the South, like me, just outside of Atlanta, Georgia, and it's not a Freon issue, and you've got to have coils, you're going to have to order a whole new unit. And even then, you're going to have to wait for a week for them to install it for about $2,500. So I'm grateful to the good Lord above that I had the resources, in part thanks to you guys watching those damn commercials, to bring down the temperature, because it was getting to me. It's bad enough that we got to deal with the bullshit at the SBA, the total incompetence, or in some cases, outright corruption. But now that I have cool air, I can feel like I could almost handle it. And yeah, I feel like I got a little bit of a hop in my step today. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me quickly go through what I did today with respect to reconsideration. And then I have an idea that I shared with the SBA. And in part, it got triggered from something I saw on Ryder over at Skip, great channel, in his video either late last night or this morning. So I spoke to my loan officer this morning, and he got irritated with me because he thought that I was... Actually, here's what I think happened. I wrote him back not knowing that my email signature had my YouTube channel icon in there. So I'm guaranteeing that he clicked through, he watched the video that I did yesterday, and he probably pissed his pants because he's thinking I'm going to drop his name. So he gives me this long-winded spiel about, well, you can't be sharing publicly what I say and don't give my name out and all this other bullshit. As everybody knows that's been watching this channel for the last 13 months, I never kiss and tell. I've never not once mentioned anybody's name, and I talk to a lot of people. I get at least 50 to 100 emails a day. I'm not going to mention your name, pal, but I am going to share what I've learned with respect to the reconsideration process. Once again, let me remind everybody, watch my video yesterday. If you're about to go through what I just did with respect to getting declined for the 24 months of working capital, this is exactly what you should do right now if it's already happened to you. As I mentioned yesterday, I got sucked into the 25% variance black hole, where my estimate for 2019 that I put on the 2020 EIDL loan application was 28% off what my actual 4506T was. And you're only allowed to be 25% off. And to all those that have asked me, well, what if it's on the other side? You're fine. I estimated my revenue, as an example, was $100,000. It really came in at $73,000. So because I was 2 or 3% over the limit, the loan officer said, fuck you. And I actually believe him that he's hand-tied, that in his department, because there's multiple layers, he's only allowed to send through 25% or less. So to all those that have asked me, if you put down 100,000 and your actual 4506T said 150, you're fine. The only reason they're using the variance is people that they think are cheating or fell asleep at the wheel. But you know what? I got to get this off my chest. Why didn't you tell us during the application process, like a big ass pop-up that said, by the way, if you put down an estimate that is more than 25% away from what you actually did, we're going to decline you the loan. Then I would have went into my bank accounts, went month by month, and added the damn thing to the fucking penny. But no, we can't do that. Why? Because we're the SBA. We're absolutely incompetent. We've got 6 or 7 balls in the air, although it looks like the Restaurant Revitalization Fund is actually running very smoothly. But the problem is, as per the title of this fucking video, 97% plus of the money that was set aside for the $10,000 targeted EIDL advance still sitting there, but I got a great idea for it. So let me quickly cover, before I get to that, I know, all over the place, once again, what's new? What's new? I'm running on caffeine, I'm high on life, and it's cool in here. I got declined because I was outside the 25% zone. So he says, I'm sending you to reconsideration. Before I lose any more of you that like to just zone out or not listen to the fucking word that I say, pdc.reconsideration@sba.gov. There's a couple of addresses. PDC Recons at sba.gov. He said, no, go to pdc.reconsideration, which I've done many times for other people, at sba.gov. So I didn't wait for the email. I'm supposed to get the email on, you've been denied tomorrow or the next day. He said, go ahead and do it right now. This is the one that you use. So if you're going to get declined, don't wait for the decline email. You may never get it the way they I still haven't gotten a reason for why I was declined. I know I'm in a high income community, but they still are violating the laws. Anybody going to get in trouble for not sending me an email? Of course not. pdc.reconsideration@sba.gov. Hi, SB. In subject line, I put reconsideration for increase with my app number, 33, etc. Hi, SBA. I'm reaching out to do a reconsideration for increase with respect to the 24 months of working capital. As per my loan officer, I put his name in there. We spoke the other day, and I fall outside the 25% variance rule. Attached are my 2019 taxes and 4506T. Please note that I estimated my 2019 gross revenue because I hadn't done my taxes yet when I applied for the loan in April of 2020. Respectfully, I ask that you use my number on 4506T to fund me 24 months of working capital. Thank you very much. Best, Jason. Words to that effect. So my excuse, if it's to even be called one, I think the SBA should bear as much fucking responsibility for that error as I did. If I would have known that that was a requirement, I would have gotten exact. But I figured, you know what? Let me make an estimate, and I'm off by 2 or 3%, and they still said, fuck you. It's a sign of the times, isn't it? It's a sign of the times. Isn't that a song? Somebody tell me in the comments, it's a sign of the times. I know it is. Who sang that song? So don't make that mistake if you haven't applied yet. You want to get it exact. If it's over, you're going to be fine. Do the reconsideration to pdc.reconsideration@sba.gov. Subject line one more time is reconsideration for increase. Use the exact language or thereabouts that I use. Keep it simple. Say you made an estimate. You were off by a couple of percent. Please fund me. I'm hoping. And I've gone scorched earth a few times. If they end up telling me, well, let's see, you were 2% or 2.5%, I think is what it actually is. But still, fuck you, after all I've done for this community and even the SBA, defending Miss Isabel Guzman, I don't ask for any special favors. But if they're going to be that hardcore where they just screw millions of people out of money that we were promised, what now, months ago? It's only going to give me more of a reason to sue them in the next few months. All right, on to more important things, at least for you and your family. The SBA was allocated $30 billion for the $10,000 targeted EIDL advance, another $5 billion for the $5,000 supplemental. It was $20 billion under Trump when it passed on December 27. The American Rescue Plan added another $10 billion into Section 331 for low-income communities. As you saw in the pinned comment, I'll put it up there again. They've only spent, as of last week, $733 million, funding 89,755 people. Keep in mind, last year in the same time, a little over 3 months, they funded 5.7 million people. This year, same time, 89,755. And out of the $30 billion they were given in 2 different buckets, they've spent $733 million, which means that over 97% of the money is still sitting there. So I reached out after I watched Ryder's video when he reminded me in so many words, maybe it was subliminal, I appreciate that, brother, when Isabel Guzman told Jackie Rosen a few weeks ago in that letter, she said, I'm hand-tied, and they are. They're only following the law. Are they slow? Of course. Are they incompetent in many cases? Absolutely. Are there some crooks that work at the SBA? In my opinion anyway, there's no damn doubt about it. However, Miss Guzman and the vast majority of the hardworking folks there, they're hogtied. That low-income community requirement screwed everything up because, as I said on Twitter this morning, it's the low-income community requirement and the 30% economic loss that's got everything log-jammed, right? They got these contractors in many cases that don't have a clue. They're all looking at these applications, only doing like a few hundred a day. I don't know. What is that? Is that 30? No. Yes, it is. No, it's not. It's just a fucking mess. So here's my idea that I sent to Miss Isabel Guzman. You told Jackie Rosen in that letter, give me more EIDL advance money from last year, regardless of size, location, or credit score, or give me the authority to go up into middle and high income communities under the targeted EIDL advance. So my idea, and I know that Isabel's going to be on the same page with Jackie Rosen, is get President Biden or Congress to do a line item amendment to the infrastructure bill. Yes, we'd have to wait another 2 or 3 weeks until they pass this, but it's coming up soon before the Memorial weekend. Just simply say the following. We've only spent $733 million of $30 billion allocated for the targeted EIDL advance. Move over $15 billion. Why $15 billion? Because that's what Jackie Rosen's EIDL for Small Business Act S513 calls for. So they've spent less than $1 billion. Let's round that up, $1 billion. Move $15 billion over to middle and high income communities. Now you're at $16 billion. You still have $14 billion to pay out more low income community or open up the portal to new people. And on top of that, adopt the parameters of S513. Get rid of the low-income community requirement. Get rid of the 30% economic loss, which also means that everybody who's been declined for the targeted EIDL advance, you now get your fucking money. You get your money. Everyone who applied last year between late March and the cutoff of December 27, assuming you're real, and that was close to 9 million people, is getting $10,000 or the balance thereof. And you don't have to appropriate any new funds. You don't have to dip into the $271 billion of unspent EIDL loan pile. Just move $15 billion over. Get rid of the low-income community and economic loss requirement. And then they could speed it the fuck up and everybody'd have their money by Memorial Day weekend or thereabouts. So until next time, do I have to run for office? I think I have to. Always remember, ladies and gentlemen, I love you guys and thank you so much for watching.